My covenant listener, hello to you, and I hope this video finds you well. Okay, I started discussing couples without sexual attraction. I have discussed the causes and even the hidden dangers. But today, let's leave the negativities alone. Let's go into solutions. So, I will be discussing ways to rekindle the passion in your marriage. Because many couples, they don't just stop loving each other, they simply stop nurturing that relationship. Then your conversations now becomes all about work, the bills, the children, the church activities, and household responsibilities. And then before long, the romance quietly disappears. It's not maybe you stop loving your wife or you stop loving your husband. You still love him. Yes, you still love her. But the passion isn't just there anymore and you can't find the solution to it. Please sit quietly and let's discuss how you can help yourself in reigniting passion in your marriage. And my name is Helen, the convener for Marriage on the Rock and Singles with Purpose. You may even tell yourself by now that it's just a phase. You might be deceiving yourself and tell yourself that we are both too tired, that we would get back to normal maybe someday. Unfortunately, someday doesn't come by itself when it comes to issues or matters such as this. Research has made it clear to us that couples lose passion because of a pursuer and distancer pattern. I would explain. It's like this, that one partner constantly pursues and then he complains or demands while the other withdraws or becomes defensive or emotionally shuts down. So if this pattern should continue over some time, then it will cause emotional distance. And when there is emotional distance, it becomes sexual distance automatically. There is nothing you can do about it. But the good news I'm here to share with you today that it can still be rebuilt. Yeah, passion can be rebuilt in your marriage. And I'll tell you how we can all go about that. The number one thing we should do is to please rebuild emotional intimacy. A satisfying sexual relationship begins long before the bedroom. So don't leave everything until you get to the bedroom. And desire grows where people feel emotionally safe, understood, and valued. So instead of attacking your spouse with criticism, learn to express your needs with love. Yes, replace that your criticism, such as "you never touch me anymore." Just say something positive, just as "I miss feeling close to you. I really love us to spend some time together." The goal is connection, not accusation. So if you have made your spouse to be in a court of law for a very long time because you constantly criticize, I think you should please seek for connection. Allow your spouse to be vulnerable next to you. The second and the number two thing you can do to rekindle sexual intimacy in your marriage is to talk about sex without fighting. Many couples, they discuss everything except their sexual relationship. Your spouse is not a mind reader. If you wanted it done in a certain way, why don't you communicate it maturely? And then you can create a safe environment where both of you can honestly talk about your desires, your disappointment, your fears, your expectations and preferences, without shame or criticism. If this can happen, there would be an improvement in your sexual intimacy in your home. The number three important thing we can do to bring passion back to our bedroom is that we should heal emotional wounds. Maybe you are not aware, but I will tell you that resentment is one of the biggest passion killers. You cannot be mad with somebody and be cool with that same person on the bed. You cannot hate somebody and still be available for that person in the bed. Like it's difficult to crave intimacy with someone you are silently angry with. It is not possible. So you might need to forgive sometimes. You might need to resolve your differences. Apologies where it is necessary. It is very, very difficult, if it is not impossible, for you to crave intimacy with someone you are silently angry with, someone who offended you, someone who made you cry, like someone who made you feel stupid, or someone who made you feel unseen, unheard, unimportant, uncared for. All these emotional wounds needed to be healed first. I'm telling you this. And once there is forgiveness, apologies, and healing, then you notice that every step you take will lead to restoration towards desire. That is how it works. There are no two ways about it. Sometimes ago I said, if you will need to get to the underpant of a woman, you will need to get to her mind. You might need to get to her heart first before it works. Otherwise, all you would be having is a dutiful sex in your marriage and never a beautiful intimacy with your significant other. So vice versa. And you cannot continue to make your man feel like a nobody, like a non-entity, and then you still want to enjoy him maximally. All you would be enjoying from him would just be, okay, dutifully, let us just do the thing and get it done with. That was actually not God's agenda for you, but you can reignite your passion. Please heal every emotional wound. Let it go already. All the offenses you are holding against your wife, your husband, just drop it. Let the healing begin. If the healing should begin with you, then things will change in your marriage. Don't wait until your significant other initiates that change. Be the agent of change today in your marriage. The number 4 thing, bring back affection. Don't reserve touch for only sex. This thing could be annoying. You've been in the same house, under the same roof with your significant other for over 12 hours. You didn't sit together. You didn't touch each other. And then until later in the bed, then you begin to touch. Sometimes it is annoying, especially for my gender. So you will need to bring back affection into your own marriage. I was asking sometimes, do you laugh with your spouse? Do you touch each other? Do you hold hands? Do you hug? Do you kiss intentionally? Do you sit close together? Do you gist? Do you gossip together? Do you pray together? Do you preach together? Do you serve God together? Do you stroll out together? All these things have a way of connecting couples. Not that you should just be under the same roof and then you don't experience any form of affection from each other. And again, that research shows that affectionate touch strengthens emotional bonding, and then naturally it will prepare couples for deeper intimacy. Why don't you try it today? Enough of the dryness in your home. Remember that you are not siblings. You are lovers. Make it appear that way, please. Bring it back. Bring affection back. Let the touching, let it begin. Please reignite it. And you need to be intentional about this before it can actually come to place. The number 5, you are to flirt like you are still dating. Many couples, they stop pursuing each other after marriage. Where are those sweet messages you do send to her when you were still courting? Where are those compliments? When was the last time you complimented your spouse, for crying out loud? When was the last time you laughed together? You don't even tease each other respectfully. Just to remember that romance isn't for single people trying to marry. It is for married people trying to stay connected. Please, let us use this opportunity. Write beautiful messages. Send it through SMS. Send it through WhatsApp messages. Give a call. Send a cool, loving voice note. Send to your significant other. You can actually water the ground before you meet up later in the day. Don't just stay there and allow everything. The drought of affection, the drought of sweetness in your home, I think, should be watered by your own intentionality, by bringing them back to life. You pursued that lady when she was single. You pursued that guy when he was single. So why won't you do the same now? Why do you have to withdraw? Yeah, we know that situations and circumstances around us could actually lower the cost, but nevertheless, we can bring it back. So intentionality plays a major role here. Let us bring passion back into our bed, and then please let us bring intimacy back into our marriages. I will be leaving you with these 5 major points for today. I'll come back with the remaining 5 in my next episode. But before I go, please let me tell you that sexual intimacy is like a fire. It doesn't usually go out overnight. It's gradual. It slowly dies when couples stop adding emotional connection, affection, appreciation, communication, and intentional romance. The beautiful news I have for you is that if a fire can die from neglect, it can also burn again with intentional care. So your intentionality is necessary. Please go and reignite. Let the fire come back again. Thank you so much for listening to me today. God bless your home. Bye-bye.